Hello everyone, welcome to Crankshaft Deox Reviews. I'm your host Deox, and today we have Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Mirage. I'm starting in vehicle mode for a very good reason. He's not the best to transform into vehicle mode. He's good to transform into robot mode, but not vehicle mode. But he's got a pretty good accurate vehicle mode, I will give you that. If panel lines aren't your thing, he ain't gonna be... Oh, he isn't going to be a lot of people's Mirage, but at least the undercarriage cleans up. Of course, his head's there, but most of it... I don't know if you can see it that well here. You can see like most of it's like nice and detailed. Got cannon storage too, so you can pull that out. This is arm cannon. And then you can kind of see roughly that they got the car accurate. Very much so, down to like the little detailing on the grill. The little Autobot badge right there, if you can see it. And the detailing on his wing. Some tailpipe detailing there. The light's pretty accurate if you can again get behind all the panel lining. And the fact that there are two giant holes right here and right here for his feet. Other than that though, looks pretty good. I'd say an 8.5 out of 10 for design. Rolls as rolling things should. And do it pretty well too. Now, as much as I don't want to transform him, let's get into the struggle of doing so. So, what I find works, starting with his feet and uncoupling them like this. Oh, remove the gun obviously. Take his feet and split. It'll be a bit difficult, but if you put your thumb right through there, it'll take a mild amount of force. I don't know why on mine it's a bit stronger than most. Specifically, as you can see, there's like a little peg gap right there, and a little notched in peg right there. And for some reason, mine is like stupidly tight every time I try to move it. If anyone's got a suggestion that isn't going to make it completely loose, I guess, feel free to leave it down in the comments. I am flexing this plastic so much, it does not feel good. Nah, whatever. Well, now you have that. Just bouncing around, because, again, this is why I don't like transforming him. He is a pain in the ass to transform. He's got a good, decent look to him, in my opinion. Just for a side topic while I'm transforming him. He's not the best. Like you probably saw on the internet, there's that third-party Mirage someone's making, and holy hell does it look way better than this, I can tell you that. But, come on. He's not a bad car mode, per se. Like, if you want to display him in just car mode, I'd highly, highly recommend doing so. Just like I'd highly, highly recommend, if you do want to see more reviews, you don't have to hit subscribe. You don't have to do any of that. I'm not going to be one of those people who's like, oh, you should subscribe and hit the like button and the bell button so you can keep seeing my content grow as like a starter channel. But if you enjoy this, you enjoy this. You know what to do if you do enjoy it. And I don't really care too much whether you subscribe or not. As long as you care enough to help get this video going. Anywho, doors. Another issue I have. Doors, no clearance, especially with how funky his torso joint has to move around. You get clearance on occasion, but not by much. And then, this is the best you can do with his legs, in my opinion. I know that there are different ways to set them up so they don't look like this, but the best I do works for me. You'll find what works for you once you get them. Now, pull this down. Hold these in, and I don't know if these are supposed to peg in. They look like they do, because they have two pegs there. But there's no, like, as you can see, there's no hole for this. So I don't know if these are just friction fit to sit there or not, but... yeah, I don't know. It feels really loose there. And the fun part. So, disengage that. And then, stuff it back there. Shoulders, move up. Sorry if the camera's shaky. I don't have the best of equipment yet. Hopefully going to fix that sooner rather than later, but who's to say? And here we have Mirage in his ultimate glory. He's not bad. By definition, he is technically Mirage because he was created when they only had the beta art for him. He's got pretty good articulation despite the crap hanging from his body. Makes him look like he has, what's his name? Studio Series, Deadshot. I don't remember his name. I haven't seen Transformers 4 or 5 in a hella long time, but the green Transformer with the guns. Basically him, but without the badass, like, underhand. Also, his legs do not have as much heel support as, say, well, as much heel support as, say, something like Legacy Bludgeon over here, who we'll probably review next, if not the Prime back there. Or I can do the entire Studio Series Rise of the Beast line, depending on what you guys think. Comment if you think I should do Studio Series line, or if I should do Legacy, or if I should do the few War for Cybertron figures I do happen to have lying around, or my Titans. I have 2 of them. It'll be fun, it'll be a pain in the ass, it'll be a bit of everything. So if you like this, whatever one you want me to review next, do feel free to let me know. Anyways, so onto articulation. He's got a ball joint at the head, allows him to look up, not at all. Look down, kinda. You can kinda get a bit of the movement there. He's got full 360, uncompromised too, which is sad because it's the only uncompromised kind of part of articulation on this figure. Again, he's not a bad figure by any means. You're not gonna get much out of him though, besides like a static pose or his car mode. Anyway, what's next? Arms. Okay, so arms have a 360 on a ball joint, so they can go out that far, go up all the way around, and kind of get a secondary shoulder joint because of the transformation joint. I personally wouldn't count it because it kind of looks a bit funky unless like you're doing a superhero pose, if you know what I mean. So he's not bad. Elbow joint, you get just above 90 from flat. Wrist swivel, which is surprising. I would be careful. Oops, so I think I cut that out. Oh. Yeah, so he's got elbow bend just past 90. He's got a wrist swivel, which is surprising considering he is a deluxe class. So not that common on these guys. But his lower arm is also made of clear plastic. I don't know how to feel about that. Because it's not like clear plastic's bad nowadays compared to what it used to be, but like there's still a lot of issues with it. Like an issue I have with my Prime back there I'll talk about in his review. He's got a waist rotation, very compromised, because as you can see his doors stay up. Oh wait, okay, mistransformed it. There we go. Yeah, so his doors basically don't allow him to utilize his waist rotation, so he's got a bit. He's got a bit of left to right, but do consider this more a transformation joint and not an actual, you know, waist swivel. His kick, pretty good, got full 90. His backward, not that. It's pretty good actually. It's not terrible for how much kibble he's got on his legs. And then, as my favorite content maker, Jobby the Hong once said, decent spread. Not a beautiful one, but you could remove these doors, it'd probably be damn near perfect. I think if no, I can't. This is about the best you're gonna get if you fiddle with them a little bit. Just like right there, but then knee bend, because of these doors, makes it really freaking difficult, but he's got 90. No, you can't get more of that, not because of the doors, ironically, but because of his tire. Tires on the back of his feet don't allow for more. Even if you bend it like this, like the instructions tell you to do, you move his door up, you're not getting more than like 90. maybe 95 at the most. Not a bad knee bend, but again, it leaves a lot to be desired with him, but this is what happens when you get basically access to the beta art only of Transformers before you can have a proper figure done. Now, as for accessories, we have his arm cannon. It's not like Bumblebee's, because as you can see, it's got symmetry to it. So in theory, you can go into one hand like this. Okay, so we can not use the dual wield ones and hopefully not get picked up by Night Bird again. Or you can put it onto his other hand to sort of mimic his scene where he's given Noah his armor so you can make him look like full cybersuit Noah without being Noah. And yeah, cannon can't move while transformed, sadly. It's kinda can, but like it doesn't work too well in that sense. Like you'd be better off just leaving it as is. And I would say maybe shaving off the pegs would be a good idea, but these are what plug it into the bottom, so unless you're fine with, you know, not having pegs to keep it pegged into his vehicle mode, then I would definitely suggest not doing that. And now, a little bit of size comparison. Again, Voyager Legacy Bludgeon. We have Deluxe Legacy Animated Universe Starscream. Leader Class Animated Megatron, so you can see how he scales up to one of every kind. And then, just for a bit of a funny throw-in, Commander Class King 4 for Cybertron Siege Jetfire. So as you can see, scales pretty well with Chug. Not to the best ability, but he does what he can, you know. He's small for a deluxe, but you do have a few deluxes like Starscream that are Voyager size, but not Voyager price. You want like another deluxe, I got. Where is he? Deluxe. Or for Cybertron B. Yes, he is mistransformed. No, I will not transform him because this is the only respectable way to properly, you know, have his transformation. And if you try to just say otherwise, well, you must be fine with having no ankle tilt and the most ugly calves known to man. Anyway, getting all these out of the way. And to be honest, these reviews will probably stay mostly unedited because A, I do not like to jump cut. B, it kind of just takes away of the more natural feel of the review. And C, this makes my life easier because then I can put in like not less effort, but like more so just less worry. Now, reverse transformation. It's finicky. Like, I don't mean finicky like we're talking third-party voodoo where the panels don't line up. Like, pegs are too thick for their own good, and the moment they click, they become kind of impossible to remove. And I figured I should point this out now. No, these don't move. These are permanently built into the shoulder. So no matter what, they will not move. The shoulder wheels thingies kinda do. You don't really want to move them down, besides down here, unless it's for, like, you know, vehicle mode. Because God forbid vehicle mode is easy to get to. So reverse transformation, in my personal way of doing it so that it's not a pain in the ass. Start off, lift up his torso, like disconnect everything first, or his shoulders. Now, move this all the way out of that divot there. Come on, there you go. Now don't touch the tires. These and this, like all the back pieces on his backpack, do not touch till the end. It will make your life easier. Now, you take his doors. We kind of want to preemptively start the back end, so for example, taking his bumper, his feet, if you will. I don't really consider these feet because they don't provide any stability, bar a little bit. Anyways, and line them up like that. It's not easy, to say the least. He is a bundle of joy, he is. And then fold in the foot, and then the door. And this is the part that's really finicky, because his knee has to be bent a little bit, otherwise it will not line up, no matter what. Like, as you can see, right here, we have a slight degree at the knee, but then the door lines up flush, whereas over here, he's a straight knee, but the door's not gonna line up. And then you want to take this, do the same on the other leg, and connect that, fold the foot in. And another interesting part, these feet, they do not click in. They are friction fit, and boy are they a shitty friction fit. Anyway, now you want to take this part and fold that in, and now you got his legs. Now, making sure that all this is still kept up as it should be, keeping the lights as they should be. You want to do from here, split his torso open. And I know this seems really bipolar in terms of how to do it, but trust me, it helps a lot. It did for me when I was trying to figure this out, and it may help you. Everyone's got their own taste when it comes to transformation, so it's not like this is God's gift to man in terms of transformation. Anyways, so as you can see in here, he's going to be like this upon robot mode. As you can see, his torso, or his waist, is facing down, like technically where the car would be driving, and his L is kind of in this position right here. What you want to do, and this is going to be really finicky, is you want to straighten this completely. As you can see, it's been mostly straightened for the sake of an L, like that. You want to take his legs, and again, this is where clearance comes into play, and rotate it around like this. Now, here's the finicky part. So you want to move this L, if you can see, you want to move this L right where his torso used to be. So just like this, and there should be a click. I don't know if you heard it, there's like it's a sort of friction click, so it's not going to be very loud, but it will be noticeable. Then, moving his legs down, you want to take his arms and kind of shimmy them. It's not going to be easy. None of this is inherently easy, but it should, in theory, work. And what you want to do is, once you fold down the tire, push this in, and hopefully this lines up to the best of its ability. And then commit a bit of deja vu with this arm, and do the same. Fold this up, fold this out. And you want to kind of do the tire as you're doing the arm. And then there. And now, fun part. So the instructions say to do this when you have the top of the car down. I suggest you don't, as it's going to make your life 10 times harder. As you can already see, stuff is starting to catch on itself. Anyways, so now that you've done that, you want to take the door hinge. It's going to be a bit of a shimmy. Right, I did this wrong. Hold on. That's my mistake. So, you don't want to do the torso like that. What you want to do, I'll probably cut this out because this feels like a bit of a stupid thing. What you want to do is take the legs, keep them as they are, but, and again, clearance issues be damned on this guy. You want to fold his torso down, or his waist joint, not his L shape. It's going to be a lot easier said than done, but if you do it like this, split the legs and then push up on it, and then reposition the legs as if you were not an idiot and didn't forget to transform it correctly. And there's the click. It is my bad on that. Don't do what I just did. Try to remember actually how to do this properly before you commit to transforming a $30 figure. Anyway, now that that's done, what you want to do, and again, sorry for all the vibrations, it's not the sturdiest camera mount at the moment, being honest, but it does what it needs to do, and that's all that matters. So now, fuck. Okay, so you want to take that, and now you have most of a car, or a convertible for those who like it like this. For those who don't, keep watching. I will make everything a lot more clear in a second. So you have this, and this is where the instructions would normally tell you to finish the legs and you'd be done. Personally, it doesn't work as well as the instructions make it out to believe. So what I do is I take this, and yes, the legs are going to split open a few times. It's part of the process. But then you basically want to do this. You want to take this, move this forward, obviously, because you don't have to deal with that later. Basically kind of push up on the leg while pushing down on the roof. So you hear a click. Both the backs are in. Push these in to kind of hide it. Push down on this. There will be no click most of the time for that. There will be sometimes, it's just depending on how the plastic wants to handle. And then hit a Porsche. A nice looking Porsche, again, at the beginning of the video. And do some size comparisons, but I don't feel like transforming anything else, so I'll use Prime in the background. And then you also got the undercarriage. And then, yeah, plugs right in. You know, nice little vehicle mode. And for comparison, Legacy Armada animated up in its prime. 5 core class Dinobots, which I would love to finish if getting swoop wasn't such a pain in the ass. And the other arm one, I forget. And then our final comparison, because I don't have any other vehicles except for this one, we have Legacy Leader Class Nova Prime, who could also be a future review if dictated to. Scaling wise, he's kind of accurate. So, like, if we're talking Armada, his scaling to like vehicle mode anyways. I know Armada Prime is a big truck, and technically he is a big truck compared to Mirage there. So in theory, they could roughly be similar size. Not Nova though. Nova's a pretty chunky boy. Yeah, these two could roughly be considered the same size, scale, and all sort. Park Nova over there. And well, some final thoughts on Mirage. Whether you should buy him or not. Whether he is worth the price. Whether you should wait for him on sale, and if he is good for pickup. I personally, he is. But he doesn't come without his flaws. If I had to give him an out of 5 rating, the vehicle mode gets a 4.5 out of 5. It's really accurate. Again, if you can get past the panel lines, it looks really good. Nice undercarriage, so it's not like blatantly obvious that yes, this is a robot, no, besides the head. And genuinely, rollability, pretty good, you know. Robot mode gets 2.5. Not the best. Arguably could have waited till after the movie came out, or they just could have given them or Hasbro could have given them like the actual models, but we only got those with later releases, sadly. And Studio Series Bumblebee for some reason. Yeah, honestly, he's a pickup. Try to find him on sale. If you can't, try to grab him in general. He's nice, he's good, he will fit in your Studio Series, whether he's in robot or vehicle mode. Generally, he's solid. His articulation was really solid. I can't complain about that. The only thing I have to complain about is his lack of, like, proper feet. Because as nice as a spoiler is to keep as a foot, it doesn't really help when the front of the foot ain't the strongest, you know? Yeah, that's my review for Legacy Studio Series Mirage. If you'd like to suggest that of everything listed there, or everything listed in the size comparisons is the next figure to review, feel free to do so. There is also the chance that I review Gundams in the future, like high grades, master grades. real grades, etc., etc. So if any of that catches your eye, do let me know. And this has been Crankshaft Deox. I've been your host, Deox, and catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, night, wherever you are, and remember, the car is possessed, and it is driving me to some random location, I think a museum. Have a good night.